All right, so yeah, this is Dr. Nikhil Bhatt here, and we have one of the fans with me. That's Mr. Shinoy. He's an ardent cricket fan. He's been watching cricket games all over the world in Dubai, Sharjah, and now he's here at the Moosa Stadium to watch this game, which is happening and conducted by USA Cricket. So let's just get his thoughts over here. Mr. Shinoy, what do you make of the facilities over here at the Moosa Stadium and overall looking at this game?
It's fantastic. I really love this stadium, Moosa Stadium, and the young people are playing here, and it is really amazing. All the facilities we have here in the stadium is great, and and the weather is also fantastic for the cricket, and it's quite nice.
Yeah, I mean, so you have obviously seen games in Sharjah, you have seen matches in India, and now you are here in US and you're watching this game over here. How do you see USA Cricket? I mean, the sort of developments they have had in the last 1 year. You saw minor league games. They have an IPL style model over here. You see a lot of players who are playing over here. We have Shihan Jayasuriya, for example, playing today on this ground, a former Sri Lanka player, and a lot of other exciting talent all over. So, how do you look at the growth of USA Cricket and the opportunities for upcoming young kids in US?
Yeah, there is a good future here, and I see a lot of youth coming into cricket and playing, and then there are a lot of facilities over here, and there is a good coaching, and the cricket is coming up in US. Uh, I really love watching young people playing in all the leagues and all. It's a great facility.
Yeah, and I mean, talking about the facilities, obviously you see over here, right in front of us, for example, the curator doing a great job with the pitch. I mean, a lot of efforts, as you know, go behind preparation of the pitch, and you see the pavilion over here. There are seating facilities. So obviously, I mean, this is something that must be really exciting for you as a cricket fan who's been following cricket globally.
Yeah, I've seen in Dubai, I've seen in India, and many places. So here in US now the cricket is coming up, and a lot of youths are getting into cricket, and it's really good.
What do you make of this game? East, they finished on 166 in 42 overs and they're chasing 167. Uh, Obviously, the wicket is really good. I mean, but it's going to be an exciting game. Your thoughts on this?
Yeah, it's going to be exciting, and 166 may not be a good score to chase. I think they can score it.
All right, so that's what we have from Mr. Shinoy. Finally, just before we wrap up, as we see the second inning to start in a few minutes, um, I mean you've probably seen few games all over US, but you think like the weather over here, it's ideal for cricket, and I mean this is the one of the perfect places, and this weather at this moment really good for cricket.
Yeah, the Houston weather is quite good for cricket, and not like other places. I have been to Philadelphia, and the weather is not predictable. Here it is quite sunny, and weather is good.
All right, yeah, I mean, probably the Philly cricket friends would say it's awesome weather in summer, but I agree. I mean, winters, they are a bit harsh over there. But thank you very much for your thoughts, and we look forward to your company in the second inning, and hopefully we'll have an exciting run chase. And thank you once again.
Thank you, Nikhil.
Alright, so Trinson coming in, and we have David on strike. This is played towards covers. It's a dot ball, so this is well done. A good start over there by Trinson Carmichael so far. He has bowled 4 balls and he has only given away a single. As we see Carmichael, this time it's outside the off stump. It's played towards covers. It's a dot ball. So 5 balls gone. I beg your pardon. It's the end of the first over. It's 1 for no loss, and it's a very good over here. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, so we have the second over here now, and it's going to be Ganesh who will be facing the first ball from the Pearland end. The second over coming up. West Red are 1 for no loss in 1 over, and we'll see what happens over here. 167 is the target in 42 overs. Looking at the field, we have third man and fine leg outside the circle. And inside the 30-yard circle, we see gully. We see 2 slips over there. That's an attacking field. We have mid-off covers, mid-on, mid-wicket and square leg. As we see Drysdale getting ready to bowl his first ball from the Pearland end. That's short, and this is played away towards fine leg. It's going towards the fine leg boundary, and that's 4 runs. And that's a glorious shot. It was outside the leg stump, and this time he has played it beautifully. The fine leg fielder tried to give the chase, but he was nowhere close, and the extra pace took it towards the boundary. We also see the outfield is lightning quick. It's a beautiful ground, and that's exactly the start Ganesh would have wanted over here. A boundary up front, as we see Drysdale, who's going to get ready to bowl the second ball of this over, and the first boundary for Ganesh over there. He's batting on 5 of just 4 balls as Drysdale gets ready to bowl the second ball of the over from the Pearland end. This time it's full, well bowled, and this is played towards covers. It's a dot ball. A very good comeback over there by Drysdale. That was full, and that was very nicely done. So he's back into his rhythm, it seems, after the first ball, and nicely played by Ganesh. He came right behind that ball, defended it towards covers. A dot ball over there. Excellent facilities here at the Moosa Stadium. Beautiful conditions to play cricket, and I mean, it looks like it's going to be a very nice game. 167 to win for West. Third ball of the over coming up, as we see Ganesh standing way outside his popping crease. As we see Drysdale coming in. This time it's well bowled, and it's played away towards point. It's a dot ball. Good ball over there by Drysdale. Ganesh came right behind the line and tapped it towards the on the offside. Dot ball. 2 dot balls. Good comeback by Drysdale after the first boundary. And it looks like he's getting his rhythm over here. And he's bowling with good pace as well. Meanwhile, Ganesh and White, they are off to a decent start over here so far. 5 runs in 9 balls, and all 5 runs scored by Ganesh with a boundary. As we see Drysdale getting ready to bowl the 4th ball of this over. He's coming in right arm over from the Pearland end. Ganesh on strike. This time it's short, and it's pulled away towards mid-wicket. It might be going towards the mid-wicket boundary. He's not quite timed it, but it looks like, oh, that's a very good chase. But in the end, it looks like the ball has hit the boundary rope, which means it's the second boundary of the over. A beautiful pull shot over there by Ganesh. He gets 4 for it. So this over, they've already scored 8 runs in 4 balls, and Ganesh has raced on to 9 with 2 boundaries. This is good going over here by West Red, as the short ball was well controlled. On the short ball, Ganesh played a well controlled pull shot. We'll see what Drysdale comes back with now. He's going to get ready to bowl the 5th ball of this over. He's coming in from the Pearland end, as we see Ganesh on strike. He's batting on 9 of just 7 balls. This time again, it's well bowled, and it's played towards gully by Ganesh. Right behind the line, played it off the back foot, punched it towards gully. A dot ball over here. This is good batting by Ganesh. He's ensuring he's playing on the merit of the ball, respecting the conditions and respecting the good balls. Exactly what you need to do as a top order batter, or specifically as an opener. This is good going over here overall for West Red. Exactly the sort of start they would have wanted. We have 2 slips over here, attacking field by the opposition. good to see that the opposition captain is wanting to go for wickets, and that's exactly what he would be expecting from his frontline bowlers. As we see Drysdale coming in, final ball of the over. This time it's full, and this could have been a catch, I believe, missed by the keeper. Let's see what the umpire says. It's been given as runs, so that was a good ball and probably a missed opportunity. And it's the end of 2 overs. After 2 overs, West are 10 for no loss. So, Trinson gets ready. We have David who will be on strike. This is flicked away beautifully, and I beg your pardon, it's actually alright, second ball of the over coming up. This time it's short and it's cut away. It's going towards the keeper cover boundary. That's a glorious shot over there, and this is good going over here by Ganesh. He rocked onto the back foot and he played it in the gap on the offside, and this is the third boundary of the inning over here for and he's already raced on to 14 of just 11 balls with 3 boundaries. Ganesh as we see and as Trinson comes in, this time it's on the off stump. It's played towards mid wicket. Dot ball over there for White. The other fielders on the offside. We have a fielder at covers, and we see mid off, long on, mid wicket. As we see Trinson coming in again, it's played towards mid wicket. This time it's away from the mid wicket fielder. The long on fielder gives the chase. It's just a single, and David White is off the mark as Trinson is getting ready to bowl the final ball of his second over here. We'll see what happens. West Red are 16 for no loss after 2.5 overs as Ganesh gets ready to face the final ball of the third over. Trinson coming in from the Macy Ranch end, left arm around. This time it's short, it's tapped back, straight back to the bowler. Dot ball to end the over. After 3 overs, West Red are 16 for no loss. And Trinson has bowled 2 overs and he has given away 7 runs. And at the other end, Drysdale was a tad expensive in his first over. He gave away 9 runs. He would like to make amends and come back strong. Make no mistake, the final ball of Drysdale's previous over, that's his first over, there was probably a catch, a missed opportunity. But hopefully he can come back strong and get a wicket over here for his team. Alright, so we'll have to see what happens. Alright, so we'll have to see what happens over here. Alright, in comes Drysdale. That's full and that's beautifully played towards the sweeper cover boundary. A glorious square drive over there by David White. What a shot, and that will give him a lot of confidence. That was exceptionally done. It was full, it was outside the off stump. David played it away towards the offside between point and covers, and it's gone towards the sweeper cover boundary. A glorious cover drive over there by David. What a shot. First boundary for him. And West Red are off to a brilliant start. They are 24 no loss in 3.1 overs. As we see Drysdale, who would be coming back now. And we'll see what he can do over here. Drysdale coming in. Second ball of the over. David on strike. This time it's outside the off stump. Well left by Drysdale. A dot ball. That's a good leave. Exactly what you want from your opener up front. Alright, so now looking at the two fielders outside the 30 yards, we have fine leg and third man. Everyone else rightly so inside the 30-yard circle. We do see one slip now, not two slips. As we see Drysdale getting ready to bowl the third ball of the over. He is coming in from the Pearland end, and we have David on strike. In comes Drysdale. This time it's well bowled, and Drysdale tried to play it off the back foot on the offside. Missed it, beaten for pace. Lucky for him not to get an outside edge. A dot ball over there. Drysdale getting some good pace over here. Two dot balls, so that's a good comeback over here by Drysdale. He is looking good over here now. Alright, so we have Drysdale, who is generating good pace. We see a change in field. Looks like they're taking mid-wicket away, and they have square leg, and they have mid-on in place. Mid-on coming in a little wider. So the fielders on the offside are mid-off covers. We see gully and point both, and one slip, and there is square leg in place. Attacking field over here from the opposition captain, as we see Drysdale coming in. This time it's full, well left by David. Exactly what you want from your opener. This is good batting over here. Very sensible after getting the boundary up front. And that's exactly what you would want to see. Alright, so it's very important to understand that for East to make a mark, they would have to go for wickets, which is exactly what they are trying to do. East zone over here, Xavier Marshall, their captain. He's trying to go for wickets. We'll see what happens over here as Drysdale is getting ready. He is bowling from the Pearland end, as we see David White on strike. Fifth ball of the over coming up. In comes Drysdale. This time it's well bowled. It's full, and it's played towards the gully fielder, a dot ball. So this is a good comeback by Drysdale after the boundary on the first ball. He's bowled 4 dot balls, exactly what you would have wanted. Hopefully he would want to finish strong, ideally with a wicket. And from West Red's point of view, they would not mind a dot ball over here on the final ball of this over. They are already off to a good start. We'll see what happens over here. David White on strike as Drysdale is getting ready to bowl the final ball of the 4th over. He is bowling from the Pearland end. Right arm over. David on strike. In comes Drysdale. This time it's outside the off stump, and David has let it go. End of the 4th over. West Red are 24 no loss. It was a good finish by Drysdale after the boundary on the first ball. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, so Trinson to continue from the Macy Ranch end, and Ganesh on strike. This time it's full, it's flighted. Ganesh plays it towards long gone for just a single. That was a good ball over there by Trinson. He gave the ball a bit of air, bowled it slower through the air, and in the end it was a good single for Ganesh. He is at the non-striker's end as David gets ready to face the second ball of the 5th over. Trinson bowling to him. This time it's angled into the right-handed batter. The arm ball from Trinson. It's played on the offside dot ball. Trinson really rushes through his overs. That's an advantage for Xavier because he will never have an over rate problem with Trinson playing. As we see Trinson coming in. This time it's short, a quicker through the air, but it's a good single over there towards mid-wicket. That's nicely done by Ganesh. It was his call. Good understanding between the two batters. And Trinson has given away 2 runs in his 3 balls so far. As Ganesh is getting ready, there is 1 slip in place, and the 2 fielders outside are long gone and deep mid wicket. We'll see what happens over here. Ganesh taking his time. Trinson bowling to him from the Macy Ranch end. This time it's well bowled. It's the arm ball again. It's played towards long gone. Nicely done by Ganesh for a single. West would not mind these singles at this moment. I mean, they have the target in front of them. They've got off to a good start, and they would ideally want to cash in and continue the same way as David gets ready to face Trinson over here from the Macy Ranch end. This time it's short and David has picked it up. This might be a catch to long on. A very good effort by the long on fielder. He got to it. He got towards the ball, but in the end it popped off from his hands. That was very nicely done. It was a very good effort, but having got to the ball, ideally he probably should have caught it. But having said that, a very good effort over there. As we see Ganesh getting ready to face the final ball. This time it's well bowled. It's played beautifully. A glorious square drive by Ganesh. This is going towards the sweeper cover boundary, and that's 4 runs. What a shot over there. Very stylish from Ganesh. And that's the end of the 5th over. And West Red are 28 for no loss. Ganesh batting beautifully over here. We'll be back in a few seconds. So Carmichael, after 3 overs, he's given away 15 runs. He bowled 2 tight overs and then gave away a few runs in his 3rd over. That's Trinson, Carmichael, 3 overs for 15. As we see Drysdale, who's going to continue. He's bowling his 3rd over. He's given away 13 in his 2 overs. David White on strike as Drysdale is coming in from the Macy Ranch end. I beg your pardon, from the Pearland end. He's coming into White. That's again well bowled outside the off stump. David White let it go. This is good bowling by Drysdale, and again very good batting by David White as an opener. I mean, it's the corridor of uncertainty outside the off stump, and it's very important for a top order batter to know where his off stump is, which is exactly what we are seeing from David White over here. He knows exactly which balls to leave, which balls to play, and he is playing to the situation over here. He knows, like, we have the target in front of us. We have got a good start, and there is nothing extravagant that's necessary at this moment as both the openers are going well. We see David White on strike. In comes Drysdale from the Pearland end. This time it's short. It's glided away towards third man, and that's a boundary. Third man was a little wider, and with Drysdale's pace, that ball raced away towards the third man boundary. The third man fielder tried to give the chase. In the end, could not quite stop the ball. So that's well done by David White. He gets his second boundary over here, and he has raced on to 11 now with 2 fours, and West Red are 32 in 32 balls as David White is batting on 11 of 16 balls. Drysdale's extra pace, that's always something that can be a challenge with the extra pace. If you can get some bat on the ball played in the gaps, there are always runs to get. So this is smart batting over here by David White. He's playing the ball on its merit. As we see Drysdale coming in, he is bowling from the Pearland end. Third ball of the over, David White on strike. This time it's short, it's glided away towards third man. Smartly done by David. It's a single, which means they've already got 5 runs in 3 balls in this over. And it's 33 for no loss in 5.3 so far for West Red. It's very important for East to pick up some wickets. That's the way they can get back into the game. And not to say that they did not have any chances. There were a couple of dropped catches. Agreed, they were a little tough, but had one of those been converted, things might have been a little different at this moment. Having said that, it's a long way to go, and East do have a very good bowling lineup as well. So it's an exciting run chase happening over here at the Moosa Stadium. As we see Ganesh on strike, he's getting ready to face Drysdale over here, who's bowling from the Pearland end. Again, that's well bowled. It's defended off the back foot by Ganesh. He's batting on 21 of 17 balls. And West Red are 33 for no loss. Excellent facilities here at the Moosa Stadium. We have the commentary box. We have the home and away pavilions for both the teams. And a beautiful wicket over here by the curator Sam. He always does a great job over here. The wicket is true. If you bat well, there are runs to get. If you bowl well, you can get those wickets. Exactly the sort of wicket you would want to play cricket on. As we see Drysdale coming in, he is bowling from the Pearland end, and Ganesh on strike. This time it's well bowled and sort of took the inside edge, but in the end it was well controlled by Ganesh. It's played away towards square leg for a dot ball. 2.5 overs from Drysdale so far. He's given away 18 runs. He's bowled well. He's bowled those good balls outside the off stump, and it's just been a couple of balls here and there which the batters have cashed in on, which has made the difference when it comes to the opening spell from Drysdale. There is still a long way to go. We'll see what happens as Drysdale gets ready to bowl the final ball of his third over. He's bowling from the Pearland end. Ganesh on strike. Final ball coming up. Again, this time, lucky escape over here for Ganesh. It was banged in short, the extra pace, and this went over the slip and keeper's head. It's gone away towards the third man boundary. Unfortunate for Drysdale. He's bowling well, but that's not reflecting in the figures. But in the end, West Red are 37 for no loss, and Ganesh has raced away to 25 of just 19 balls. As they say, if you slash it hard. That's exactly what Ganesh tried to do over there. So that's the end of the 7th over, and it's 40 for no loss for West Red. It's a very good start by both the openers. David White batting beautifully on 14 of 22 balls, and Ganesh has raced on to 26 of just 20 balls. A good last over there by Carmichael. He gave away only 3 runs, and so which means in his 4 overs he's given away 18 runs. And at the other end, Drysdale, he has given away 22 in his 3 overs. But like we discussed in the last over, Drysdale has bowled well. It's just that the openers have cashed in on a few balls, and those have gone for boundaries, which is why it's showing 22 in 3 for Drysdale. He would like to make amends over here. He's coming in, charging in from the Pearland end. That's well bowled. White has played it again towards third man. Nicely done, gliding it to third man for a single. A good rotation of strike between both the batters. There is good understanding, and it seems that now both have settled in nicely, and they would want to carry on ideally. That's what you want from your top order batters, because once you're set, you would like to bat long, and that's why an opener's job is always very important, and that's exactly what we are seeing over here. Ganesh getting ready to face Drysdale over here, who is charging in from the Pearland end. Second ball of the over coming up. Ganesh on strike. In comes Drysdale. That's well bowled. It was a good ball right onto his. It was full. It was fast, and it was coming to the pads. But Ganesh was up for it. He played it back straight towards the bowler for a dot ball. But that was a good ball. Ganesh batting on 26 of just 21 balls. We'll have to see what happens over here. Saideep Ganesh, he is going nicely so far. As we see Drysdale, who's getting ready to bowl the third ball of this over. So far, he's looked really good. He's bowled well. He's generating good pace as he comes in to bowl to Ganesh. This time again, it's well bowled, and this is going towards the third man boundary. The third man fielder giving the chase. Ganesh opened the face of the bat, glided it on the offside. Couple of runs, good running over there. He played it nicely into the gap between the gully fielder and away from the third man fielder. Couple of runs for Ganesh. 43 for no loss in 7.3. Exactly the sort of start West would have wanted, considering they are chasing 167 in 42 overs. We'll have to see what happens over here. As Drysdale is coming in, he is bowling from the Pearland end. We have Ganesh on strike. This time it's short outside the off stump. Ganesh tried to cut it. In the end, beaten for pace, you can say, as the ball went past his bat a little quicker. So that's a dot ball over here from Drysdale. This has been a good over. He's only given away 3 runs in 4 balls so far. West going nicely with a run rate of almost 6 per over. The required run rate is just 5.61 from here. And if West plays sensibly, then they can chase this easily. Having said that, East can come back if they get a couple of quick wickets. Let's see what happens over here. Drysdale coming in. Ganesh on strike. This is full and this is played towards covers. It's a dot ball. Good over here so far from Drysdale. Final ball of the over coming up. It's 43 for no loss. Alright, so a 42 over game over here, and we'll have to see how this goes. The final ball of the over. It was West Red who won the toss and they elected to bowl. In comes Drysdale from the Pearland end. We have Ganesh on strike. Final ball of the over coming up. This is short and Ganesh tried to pull it. In the end, it took the outside edge. It went towards point. Lucky for Ganesh, it was along the ground. A good over here from Drysdale. Just 3 of it. 8 overs gone. 43 for no loss, West Red. Alright, so yeah, this is the men's national championship. It's a very exciting phase in USA cricket. A lot of good games happening all over US, and obviously we see USA cricket taking rapid strides and good strides. USA did win the bid for jointly co-hosting the T20 World Cup, the ICC T20 World Cup in 2024. We had a successful minor league tournament for USA cricket. So overall, lot of exciting things happening in with respect to cricket in US, and there is a lot of interest in general everywhere when it comes to cricket in US at this moment. Exciting times for everyone, especially for young kids who are passionate to play the game, and this is an exciting phase for all the youngsters. As we get ready, there was some delay as there was an exchange of bats for David White. Trinson to continue. He's bowling from the Macy Ranch and David White on strike. This is the arm ball. It's played back towards Trinson. It's a dot ball. David White is batting on 15 of 24 balls. He's got a couple of boundaries as Trinson gets ready to bowl the second ball. This is played off the back foot towards long on. It's a single over here for David. Both the batters are looking nicely set, and looks like they are now wanting to just play out and rotate the strike and cash in on the loose balls. That's probably the plan, because they are rightly not taking any risks, as that's not required at all, with a required run rate now of just 3.65. This should be easy if West Red bats sensibly. At the other end, East would want to get some some wickets, and that should happen very fast. As Trinson comes in to bowl to Ganesh, this is played nicely towards covers. It's a dot ball. Trinson is bowling well over here. He's trying to build some pressure from his end. Let's see what happens over here. He's coming in from the Macy Ranch end. This one is flighted, and this time it's played towards covers. Ganesh tried to pick the gap, but gloriously stopped there by the cover fielder. And it's another dot ball over here for Trinson. He is bowling well over here. The slip is coming out now. It looks like we're going to have square leg in place. The captain making a change in field. Xavier Marshall, the captain for East. As Trinson comes in. This is short. This is beautifully picked up by Ganesh. It's two bounces into the mid-wicket boundary. That's a glorious shot. Ganesh cashed in on the short ball. He rocked back onto the back foot and picked it up nicely in the gap. That's a glorious shot by Ganesh. He's raced on to 32 now of just 28 balls, and this is looking really good for West Red at this moment. Ganesh is batting beautifully over here, and we'll have to see what happens as Ganesh is coming in. Ganesh is on strike. Trinson bowling the final ball of the 5th over for him. This one, he's played it over covers. This is going towards the extra cover boundary. What a shot over there by Ganesh. Back-to-back boundaries to finish the over. It's the end of the 9th over, and that's the 50 up for West Red. They are 52 for no loss. We'll be back in a few seconds. And Ganesh is batting on 36 of 29 balls with 7 fours. He's going with a strike rate of 124. At the other end, David White is batting on 16 of 25 with 2 fours. And it's been a fantastic opening partnership for West Red. They have raced on to 52 in just 9 overs. So now just 115 runs left in 33 overs. Required run rate of 3.48. 10 wickets in hand for West. Drysdale continuing. He is bowling from the Pearland end as he comes in to bowl to David White. This is all taken on the full by White. It's played straight back past the bowler. This is going towards the straight boundary. It's a glorious straight drive by David White, and what a shot over there. Right back past the bowler for 4. Gloriously done over there by David White. And this is actually looking really easy at this moment for West Red. They've got 3 boundaries of the last 3 balls. two of the last over from Carmichael, one of the first ball over here from Drysdale. So something's got to be done by the bowling team over here. They need a couple of wickets very quickly, and at this moment it's looking a little easy for both the openers. We'll see what happens. And that was actually to defend it. In the end, he was slightly for Drysdale. 9.2 overs, that's 56 balls done in this inning, and West Red are 56 for no loss. And Drysdale has given away 29 in his 4.2 so far. In comes Drysdale, he is bowling from the Pearland end. David White on strike. This is well bowled, easily defended by David. This is played away towards fly slip. It's a dot ball. So 4 runs of the first 3 balls of this over. David batting on 20, Ganesh on 36. We'll have to see what happens over here, as currently West is going at a very good run rate, almost 6 runs per over, and they are actually 56 for no loss. Alright, we'll have to see what happens. Drysdale coming in. He is bowling from the Pearland end. David White on strike. In comes Drysdale. This time it's well bowled, and this was full. In the end, defended by David. Dot ball over here. So after the boundary of the first ball, it's been a good comeback by Drysdale. 3 dot balls. But at this moment, East would want some wickets, because West would not mind the odd dot balls, because they are going very nicely over here. 167 to get in 42 overs. David White on strike. Drysdale coming in. Right arm over. He is bowling to David White, and in comes Drysdale from the Pearland end. That's outside the off stump. That's well bowled. Drysdale tried to play it over covers. In the end, it's a dot ball. Well bowled over here by Drysdale. 4 dot balls after the first boundary. This is good going over here by Drysdale. As we see outside the 30-yard circle, we have fine leg, we have third man, and we see a sweeper cover. These are the 3 fielders outside the 30-yard circle at this moment. Remember, the first power play is done. So this is actually the end of the first power play, the first over after the first power play. As we see Drysdale coming in, it's a 42 over game, so the power play rules are different. In comes Drysdale, final ball of the 10th over. This is well bowled. It's played back past the bowler towards mid-on, and this is going towards the boundary, but a couple of runs in the end as the mid-off fielder gives the chase. That's the end of the 10th over. It's 58 for no loss, and David White is batting on 22. We'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, we have a change in bowling over here from the Messi Ranch end. It's going to be Ahmed who's coming in. He's coming in as the first change bowler. It's going to be interesting what happens over here. Ganesh getting ready to face him. First ball for Ahmed who's coming in from the Messi Ranch end. Ganesh on strike. And that's wide outside the leg stump. Not quite the start Ahmed would have wanted. He's sort of got a slingy action, a quick arm action, and it's going to be interesting. But not quite the start, but he'll come back. Looks like he was trying to bowl it full, but it didn't quite go through. Alright, Ahmed coming in. First ball for him for his spell. And Ganesh on strike again. This is on the leg side. It's beautifully flicked away. This is going towards the square leg boundary. Just a single as they have a deep square leg in place. He's got a slingy action. It's just that he's got to get his line right. Probably at this moment he's drifting a little bit down the leg side. Even the first ball, this ball that he bowled, it was angled in, but it was going away down the leg side. And it was in the end easily flicked away by Ganesh for a single. If you look at the field, he's got a sweeper cover, he's got deep square leg, and looks like the rest of the field is inside the 30-yard circle. We'll see what happens over here as David White gets ready to face his first ball from Ahmed. Tahmid Ahmed, that's the name, and Tahmid coming in now. He is bowling from the Messi Ranch end. David White on strike. In comes Tahmid Ahmed. That's again well bowled. It's nicely flicked away towards mid-wicket. It's a dot ball. Alright, so Tahmid Ahmed, he's trying to settle into a good rhythm over here. He's coming in to bowl to David White as White gets ready to face Ahmed, who's bowling from the Messi Ranch end. That's well bowled. It's full. It's beautifully played by David White. This is going back straight back past the bowler. What a glorious shot. A straight drive from David White. He's looking in really good form over here. That's 4 runs. This is his second straight drive. He played one in the previous over of Drysdale, and now he's played one of Ahmed. That's a glorious shot. A treat for the eyes. What a shot over there by David White. It was exceptional. It was full and he just punched it back past the bowler for 4. And that was brilliant timing from David White. He's batting beautifully as Ahmed comes in to bowl to David White. This is again full, and this time it's flicked away towards long on in the gap between mid-wicket and long on. Just a single for White. He's looking really good over here, as he is batting on 27 of 34 balls with 4 boundaries. At the other end, Ganesh has raced on to 37 of just 30 balls with 7 boundaries. This is just the sort of start West Red would have wanted. They are 65 for no loss in 10.4 as Ganesh gets ready to face Ahmed, who is bowling from the Messi Ranch end. That's well bowled. That's a glorious shot. It's played towards sweeper cover for a single in the end by Ganesh. Final ball of Ahmed's over coming up. Not quite the start he would have wanted. He's already given away 8 runs in his first over, including a boundary and a wide. He would want to finish strong, ideally with a wicket for his captain. We'll see what happens over here as Ahmed is getting ready to bowl to David White. Final ball of the 11th over coming up from the Messi Ranch end. In comes Ahmed to White. That's down the leg side. It's a wide again. Ahmed not quite getting the line right. He's angling it away. He's angling it down the leg side. This is the second wide of the over. And now it's actually exactly 100 runs to win. 10 wickets in hand. So we'll see what happens over here. Final ball of the 11th over coming up. And it is Ahmed bowling to David White. That's again beautifully played. That's a glorious shot of the back foot. It's cut away towards sweeper cover for a single. 11 overs gone. West Red are 68 for no loss. David White batting beautifully on 28 of 35 balls. Ganesh at the other end is 38 of 31 balls. The perfect start for West Red. They need 99 runs in 31 overs with 10 wickets in hand, a required run rate of 3.19. And if they bat sensibly from here, this should be an easy run chase. At the other end, East would want to come back with some quick wickets. We'll see what happens over here. We'll be back in a few seconds.
West Red, 68 without loss of 11.3 overs. Back here at the Moosa Stadium. East Zone versus West Red. Yadram in his first over, 4 balls so far, 1 run off his over. Ganesh is on 38 of 31. The White is on 29 of 39 balls. West Red, they are cruising. The injury there to one of the East zonal player, Dominic Ricky, seems to have his finger, not sure if dislocated or what. What a simple catch. Drop catch there by the keeper JD off of Yadram. That was went straight into his gloves on the offside and went out. Ganesh, who played outside the off stump, got the edge, and the White played outside the off stump, get the edge, and the keeper put him down. Yadram comes in once more, pass the umpire on ball to White. The White is leaving this one alone outside the off stump. Good ball. End of the over. Could have been one wicket in that over. Unfortunately, JD, the keeper, put the simple ball down. 69 without loss, 70 without loss in 12 overs. Yadram, 1 over, 2 runs, no wicket. White is on 30, Ganesh is on 38. West Red, 70 without loss of 12. Tamid bowling from the commentary box end once more. That's the ball was pushed up to the onside, a single there. White is on strike. As Ahmad runs in bowl to White. White is driving past the bowler. Substitute fielder Akshay coming in from the boundary. 1 run. You have a tall man on the fence, you have a point, you have a cover all the way down on the boundary. You have a mid on, a mid off on the boundary, mid wicket on the boundary, and a fine leg inside the 30-yard circle. As Ahmed, 1.2 over for 12 runs, runs in now. Bowl, and this one is flashing outside the off stump by Ganesh, no run. A very poor day at the office by the East Zone. East Zone is made up of Connecticut, New York, and Boston. That one is flash outside the off stump, pass point for 1 run. 1 run there by Ganesh. He moves on to 40 off 34 balls. Ganesh seems to be in a hurry. As White is on strike now. There's a better over there for Ahmed. As he moves in now. Pass umpire and bowl. This one is outside the leg stump, signal wide by the umpire. Ahmed has been having this problem since yesterday with the wides. This is something that needs to be worked on. It's cricket here at Moosa Stadium in Texas. A very beautiful stadium out here, cricket stadium. As Ahmed runs in, pass the umpire now on ball, and there is White driving through mid on. Went through for a cheeky single. This over so far 1-1.1 wide 1. This should be the final legal ball as Ahmed comes in now from the commentary box and runs in on ball. And this one is down the leg side again. Signal wide by the umpire. Ahmed is guilty of bowling a few wides here today. He has a very nice sling action, but he needs to work on his rhythm. He chips just about 4 steps in and runs in a bowl. This one is driven to mid on, no run. Fielded there by Wilson, who is also a substitute fielder. 76 without loss of 13 overs. Yadram is coming from the far end, runs in now. Pass and ball to White. White is pushing that past the bowler. Went through for a single, fielded down there by Gajanan. 1 run. Yadram is bowling with 1 slip. A third man on the fence. Backward point to cover on the boundary. Short cover in the 30-yard circle. Mid on, mid off, mid wicket. A backward scrape down on the boundary. As Yadram moves in from the far end. Past the umpire now. On ball to Ganesh, and Ganesh is flashing outside the off stump. Miss it, taken by the keeper JD. No run. Once more, it's a wonderful atmosphere here at Moosa Stadium. Must give thanks to Mr. Shaki and the head creator here, Mr. Plummer, for a wonderful job. As Yadram comes in now, bowl now, and this one is up on the part of Pearland BW. The umpire said going down the leg side. There's no review system. The bowler seems to be a bit dejected, but there's no review system. Ball pitch. According to the umpire, seems to be moving down the leg side. Ganesh is on 40 off 37. White is on 33 off 44. Yadiram, a burly fast bowler, comes in from the far end. Comes in now, bowl. And White is again pushing back up. Ganesh once more again pushing up past the bowler. Fielded the mid on by Gajanan Singh. (7-7) without loss, 13.4 overs as Yadram comes in now. Past the umpire on ball to Ganesh. Ganesh is steering this one past the gully position. Actually runs around from the bounce. He picks up, send it back to the keeper. 1 bounce, 1 run. 90 needed from 28.2 overs at 3.18 runs per over. This scoring is done by Quick Club. The head man for the coaching here is Mr. Kirk Higgins. That's the end of the over by Yadram. It's a water break. There we goes the water break. 78 without loss. We're honored to have Narsingh Deonarine, former West Indies. He's part of this national tournament. He's actually based in California, Northern California. He's doing a lot of coaching up there, and he's also still actively playing cricket. Matter of fact, he in the minor league finals, he was just man of the match. So Narsingh Deonarine, who is here with us today, he's with the West Red team. He's just taking a break from today's game. He played in both games, so 2 games so far, but decided to take a rest in this game. As Ahmed comes in, bowls to White. White is driving that one to mid-on. Fielded there by Yadram, no run. What's your name? Ahmed comes in now. Bowl, and this one's down the leg side. Signal wide by the umpire. Yes. As Ahmed comes in now from the commentary box and pass the umpire now on ball to Ganesh. Ganesh is down the wicket and driving that one over cover, one bump into the fielders. The fielder there, that is Carmichael down there. 1 run. As the ball was coming in, Ganesh was on his way, walking down towards the bowler. Let's see how Ahmad will retaliate now. Bowling to White. Ahmad, 2.2 overs, 18 runs. Comes in now. Pass the umpire now and ball to White. And this one, White is on the back foot, pushing it back to mid-off. No run. Eighty-seven runs need from 24.4 overs. A 3.14. As Ahmad once more from the commentary box end. As he comes in to bowl to White. And White, that one is right outside the off stump. Leave alone. No run. Drysdale, one of the premier fast bowlers from the East Zone, he's having a problem with his muscles. We are trying to get in contact with a physio. As Ahmad once again runs away from the commentary box and on bowl, and this one is a Yorker length pushed up the wicket, well fielded at mid-off by Jacobs. No run. Bit windy here at the Moosa Stadium, but it's a very good day for cricket. As Ahmad runs in now, past the umpire on bowl. This one is pitched up to the batsman. He's driving it back towards the bowler. The bowler half feet, no run. End of the over. 3 overs, 80 runs. Ahmed White is on 33 or 48. Ganesh 42 or 41. 80 without loss of 15 overs, replying to 166 all out by the Eastern Zone. Eastern Zone is made up of Boston, Connecticut, and New York. Yadram from the far end up and bowl to Ganesh, and he's out. Caught behind. Caught behind of Yadram. Yadram, who have been very steady on that line and length. Finally, there's a breakthrough for the East zone. The West Red, 84 for 1 off 17.3. Yadram, who have been having a very good stink so far in this tournament. The first game, he picked up 6 wickets. Second game, 3 wickets. And today he have gone with the first wicket. Yadram, only 22, very talented. Just need to get a bit fitter than what he is right now. And he will be a handful. He's a decent all-round player. Back here at Moosa Stadium. 95 for 1. New bowler comes on now. There is Damien up. This one is short. Pulled away by Modani. Down to the mid-wicket fence. There is Carmichael running around. The batsman crossed for 2. The first ball by Jacobs. Short ball. Batsman pulled it around to mid-wicket. Good work down there by Carmichael. Jacobs comes in once more and bowl. This one is short of a good length. Kept low. Batsman push it out to short mid-wicket. No run. One slip. Backward point. Cover all the way on the fence. Mid on, mid off. Mid-wicket. This one is short again. He pulled it towards mid-wicket. There goes Carmichael. Runs around. He picks it up now. The batsman looking for 2. They decide against it. 1 run. 98 for 1. Jacob is guilty of bowling the first two balls short. The batsman now is White, who is on 38 of 60 balls. Damien runs a ball to White. This one is short of the length. He pushes it back past the bowler. Amble through for a single. It's getting a bit chilly now at the Moosa Cricket Stadium. Back here in the Moosa Stadium. West Red 118 for 2 off 25.1. Over as Jacobs comes in once more. Ball to Dascom. Dascom is slashing outside the off stump straight to the backward point. Fielder no run. Jacob now comes in, pass the umpire from the far end, ball to Dascom. That's when pulling this one through mid on. They go for one. The field is further down. It beats him into the fence, 4 runs. Jacobs comes in past the umpire. Ball now to Dascom. Dascom is driving this one to mid off. Go through for 1. That's it. That's a no ball by Jacob. That's a free hit. It's Jacob now to bowl to Madani. Madani who's on 13 off 22. Jacob waits as the fielder change. This is a free hit. Comes it now, ball, and this one is swept down the leg side. Wide signal by the umpire. 125 for 2. Jacobs, not a good over so far. Comes up now to bowl to Madani. Madani is pulling this one over middle wicket. It's taken there on the boundary. Yes. No, he dropped it. That went right into the hands. What? Back here at the Moosa Stadium, West Red 130 for 2 off 27 overs. Jacobs continue to bowl 3.3 over 1 for 18. Comes in now to bowl to that's come up and bowl. That's going to be so short. That's going to pulling it back to the bowler. As Jacobs comes in now to bowl to Madani up and bowl to Madani. Madani is pushing this back up the track to Jacobs. End of the over for Jacobs. 2 overs, 20 runs. West Red need 36 runs from 14.1 over at 2.54 runs per over. 2.57 runs per over.
Repeat that, please.
That was a loud appeal there by Gajan Singh. Umpire said no. Would have loved to see a replay on that one. Now Gajan Singh now bowling from the commentary box end. Madani, who's on 15 from third one. Gajanan comes in now to bowl to Mahani. Mahani is driving that one beautifully out there offside. Half stop there, but they could not take a single. Time now is 20 minutes after 4. It's getting a bit chilly out here at the Moosa Stadium. 35 more runs needed. 8 wickets in hand. As Gajan Singh runs in now. Ball to Mahadi. He's torn it off his pad straight to the mid wicket. Fielded there by Joshi. Joshi, who made a splendid 48 not out in his first game. That's the son of the current selector for the India cricket. As he cut this one pass, point, they go for one, come for a second. Hamiraj runs around, picks it up now, throw it straight over the keepers. Not before they completed 2 runs.
What time is it played, George? When is tomorrow? Tomorrow night.
Michael back in the under the in the attack, the bowling attack. He's bowling from the commentary box end. He's gonna bowl to Dascom, who's 18. Michael left arm around the wicket. Michael, who have been very economical in this tournament so far. In this game, he have bowled 5 for 27. I think this is his worst spell so far. 149. In this tournament, comes up now on bowl. This one is just on about the leg stump. Batsman torn it on the short mid wicket to Josie, who field and pass it back over to Carmichael. As Carmichael comes in now and bowl to Madani. This one is pulled on the mid wicket, fielded down there by Taha. 1 run. Taha, who's based out of Taha, who is out of Brooklyn, took part in the minor league. As Michael comes in now, bowl to Dascom, and he slashes this one outside the off stump straight to Taha. No run. Carmichael, Tristan Carmichael comes in, past the umpire. Bowl to Dascom. Dascom is slashing outside the off stump. Misses taken there by the keeper J Deep. No run. Has been a poor performance here by the Eastern Zone in today's game. I think this is one of their worst performances. There's a lot of work need to be done here. One of the things that I've noticed here that I think it's a lot of players who have taken part in the 2020 tournament who is in this 50 overs team, and that could be a problem. I think they are not fully equipped to play the 50 overs cricket, and that is something that the zone have to work on. It's very difficult to take these guys out who are 2020 players and bring them over to play in this 50 overs tournament. They're finding it pretty difficult. Halfway in an innings, they are out already. So I do hope that the selectors will take this into consideration and try to work on this problem here. We have to look for 50 overs players. There goes Jacobs bowling to Madani. Plodded forward, no run. 152 for 2. Jacobs coming up. This one is start up. He sweeps in the air. There goes Taha. 2 players collide together. And the catch is dropped. No one called for that one. It went way into the air. 2 players collide with each other. And the ball finally, that's the keeper. And the man coming in from the backward square floored the ball. Once again, the Eastern Zone dropped another catch. This is not good cricket by the East Zone. Someone should have called for that ball. No one did. And once more, there's a life. Not happy. Jacob is not happy at all. As he runs in now to bowl to Dascom. Up on both Dascom. Dascom is pulling that one over mid wicket for 6. This is completely out of the ground. That's what happened when you drop a catch. The next ball, it's a normal thing. It's been hit way out the ground. 159 for 2, 33.3 overs. Jacobs, 6.3 overs, 1 for 35. Comes in now to bowl to Dascom. And Dascom now is flicking this one. Pitch outside the leg stump. Jacobs stifle appeal. The keeper have no, the umpire have no interest. Jacobs now from the far end comes in to bowl to Dascom. Dascom is driving this one through to extra cover. Sorry about that. Mid off. All the way down to the boundary. They cross for 1. End of the over. Jacobs 1 for 36 in his 7 overs. Seven runs needed, an 8.1 over. Carmichael from the commentary box end. Left arm around the wicket, bowl to Madadi. Madadi is slashing this one straight to point. No run. Oh, somebody throw back in the ball. Carmichael from the commentary box end. Carmichael so far 6.3 overs, none for 31. Four runs for victory for the Westward as Carmichael to bowl to Dascom. Up on bowl to Dascom. Dascom is driving at one. Take the outside edge, running down to the third man fence. They go for 1, come for the second. They go. As Jacobs now. I guess this will be the final over. But there's only 2 runs to win. Comes in now and bowl. And this one is pushed off to mid off. They go for 1. That's all they will be. And they're running back for the second. There's an overthrow. And that's the victory. That's the end of the game. West Red just won. 167 for 2 in 35.2.1 over. Victory for the Red. They have been undefeated in this tournament so far. I must thank the Moosa Stadium for allowing us to play here today. Our chief scorer, Mr. Kirk Higgins. Our engineer in the back, and all the players. It was a wonderful day of cricket here at the Moosa Stadium. One of the better grounds that you will find here, other than the stadium in Florida. This ground is well kept. The chief creator, Mr. Plummer, have done a wonderful job here. So on behalf of each and every one of us, it's good night from the Moosa Stadium. And once more, thank you, Shaki, for allowing us to play at your wonderful facility that you have here.